We are at Metropolis practice. I am going to show the room a little bit. You can just smell yeah, we've just been through a couple of the songs again and they're sounding really, really tight now. Other than the fact that I made a couple of mistakes here and there, but we went back over them. I was fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
He's looking at me like I'm a madman.
Nah.
Let's go and let's. Oh, shut up.
This is a face of a man post breakdown because these songs are fucking hard.
Post breakdown.
I wish it was that kind of breakdown.
Yeah, it's like a new post hardcore band.
That'd be good.
Post
Who's on through brew then?
Yeah, brew time.
Oh, go on then.
Look at my baby. What's going on, guys? Today is Wednesday and we are setting up for another video. Today the idea is to do a video for Drumman 190, so that should be done and sent over to him by the end of today. It's a little short ditty that he wants to do for an intro, so that's going to be pretty cool. And then also I've got some drum tracks to do for one of my upcoming songs. So I'm really excited to do that because this is the first time that I've ever done anything solo for this kind of stuff, any solo material, you know, where I'm kind of writing all the songs and all that kind of stuff. So really excited to see how that turns out. And then also I need to do a video for you guys for the Friday. Now, no idea what I'm going to be doing yet, so it might just be like a behind the scenes type video that we're going to do for this this song of mine. So we'll kind of see how that goes. You excited, Shane? You up for it?
Yeah, should be alright.
It doesn't want to focus properly. So we're nearly done setting up. We're also going to order some Subway in because I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. I'm fat and all of the above. Also, my cymbals are still broken, so I'm having to use a stag. I don't like the sound of it, but I haven't got anything else really at the moment. Everything else is cracked or just not working or is even shitter, so I'm kind of using that.
Moaning about your stag cymbal.
Moaning about my stag cymbal because I can and because I have to, because, you know, Amedia is life. We're going to get some mics on the go. Potentially just use the Audix microphones, or we can also look at using the MD421s. They are very good microphones, no doubt, but they're a pain in the ass to set up. But it's my own stuff. I should use the better microphones.
Just the Audix make it aesthetically look better. That's it.
Yeah, I might go for a simpler setup for this one because it's just a simple song. It's nothing too out of the ordinary, I guess, but we'll figure it out. That's it. That's that done. So yesterday was pretty productive. Unfortunately we were running low on time. We got everything done that I needed to do. So there was a little drum intro for Drumman 190. Sent that off to him. That's pretty cool. There was drum tracks for my own song that I wanted to get done, and they turned out pretty good. You know, I'm still yet to edit and mix them, that kind of stuff. But this just raw, they sound pretty decent. As for today, I've got Steve Hadley coming down again to give me a sports massage. That knot in my back has returned, unfortunately, so I definitely need him to give me another session. He's actually come up with a really cool video idea for you guys, so we're going to be looking at doing that next week, and then you guys will see that soon enough. But it should be really educational for you guys. I think there's a lot of people out there that this particular idea would apply to, so I can't wait to see how that turns out. Other than that, I've got another recording session to do today. I've got a customer coming in later on today at about 3 o'clock. And this is a really interesting project. These were some of the songs that he had when he was in his teens, in his early 20s, and then he's now revisiting them and wants to re-record them. And they're really interesting songs, very Manchester sounding, so it's really interesting to kind of have the different type of scope that he's put on these, different influences, different up-to-date ideas. And yeah, he's got some help coming in as well. I think for this session he needs the guitars doing, and I think he's also got some vocals he wants to look at doing as well. So yeah, really interesting session hopefully today. And then later on today I'll just be working in the shop as normal, and then tomorrow day off, but I've got a lot of other mixing and work to do for the customers. So yeah, very busy week this is going to be for me, but well, one bit at a time, one bit at a time. So today's Friday, and last night I decided to buy a new microphone because the other one was broken, and this is the remnants of that. It is plugged in still, but you know, it's not very good. So what I've got now, and I'm trying to do this kind of like one-handed, but Video Mic Pro from Rode, because Rode mics are great, so there's no reason why I don't go with Rode again. But I think this one's got a slightly better build quality, and it's also got a built-in preamp, so it's just going to sound better. So hopefully you guys will notice that my audio gets considerably better in this vlog. So let's get it unboxed. So as I said before, the audio on this is a bit crap at the moment because this isn't attached to the shock mount anymore. It's just kind of dangling on the table. So I've got the Video Mic Pro. I actually ordered this last night and it's now, what time is it, Mum?
25 past 12.
25 past 12, and it's already turned up, which is brilliant. So yeah, Video Mic Pro. It's got a preamp inside it, which this one, the current one that I've got doesn't. It's just powered by the preamp that's inside the camera, and Canon's not really known for their great preamps, so they're a bit noisy. So hopefully this is going to give me a much cleaner sound. So let's get it open and kind of see what's inside. Fairly solid packaging, lots of plastic, saving the earth. Yeah, so we've got a little quick start guide. I'm probably not going to read this. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, a lot of this type of stuff. Able to go with it. Hot shoe mount, nice solid windshield on it, which is pretty nice. I have actually got another windshield coming instead because I wanted a proper dead cat rather than just this foam one. And I believe as well this does take batteries. Yeah. So yeah, there's a little compartment in the front that'll take the batteries. I'm assuming AA. And then that powers the preamp so that you get a much cleaner signal going into the camera, so you can turn the preamp on the camera down and then you have this up pretty much on full or plus 20 dB or something like that, whatever kind of situation that you're shooting in. Yeah, so I'll get some in there in a second and we'll give it a try. Okay, so it doesn't look like I've got any 9-volt batteries at home at the moment, but something that I've noticed about this is that the cable on this is just completely straight, whereas the one that's on this other one, I don't know if you can see it from there, is curly. So it's quite useful to have the curly cable, because if you're moving the mic about or something like that, you know, taking it off and on and off and that kind of thing, and it's stretching the cable, the fact is it won't stretch the cable, so it's nice to have that, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. Keeps it nice and tidy as well, but you know. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is go to the studio later on and I will do like an A/B test between the existing mic that I've got, and then I'm also going to try out this new Rode Video Mic Pro. I bet the audio on this is shit. Okay, so I'm now up at the studio. I've got the 9-volt battery into the new microphone. I've still got the old microphone that I'm using at the moment, just so you can kind of hear the A/B test. So this is how the original mic sounds, and this is how it sounds with the new microphone. Now, I'm not too sure of the settings. I need to mess around with them a little bit, because with this one having its own preamp, and it's going to be sort of kind of using the one that's on the camera, but also kind of bypassing it because I'm going to turn it right down, so the in-camera preamp isn't going to be colouring the signal essentially. So I'm going to be using the one that's in the mic preamp. So yeah, I don't know how this sounds. We'll kind of see how it goes. Okay, so I'm in the recording studio again. This time I've got Mick and Tim in, just a couple of singers singing over some backing tracks, because they do a lot of like pubs and clubs. Now, for the older generation that may watch this vlog, you may remember a band from the kind of 70s, 80s sort of time, I think, called the Matchstick Men. Mick was one of the main members of that years ago, and he probably wrote one of their biggest hits. I can't remember for the life of me what the track was called, unfortunately, but yeah, Matchstick Men, they were very big. They did world tours and stuff like that, so it's very, very much a pleasure to have them in here today. So yeah, it's Mick and his brother Tim.
That I'd want to try, so we'll probably just jump into the bits that are solid. So like first verse, main takes of the chorus, second verse, third verse, and then on the intro, you know, when it's the tom bit,
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably like mix wise, like radio effect sort of vocals, but basically just that last line of the chorus. So
Okay.
Like, so then that way, that whole vocal thing is not this massive chunk before we get to the vocals. It's
And you
actually
could hold
quite
out.
soon.
You could like maybe hold out the eyes like
over the
over the sort of first riff.
So yeah, I've done that in my head because usually live I'm like, let's see a circle bit to the two people.
yeah. Let's see a straight line bit.
Just Satan going.
Yeah, just him.
Annoyingly, now I've been dwelling on this lyric. I have images of worms with a little napkin around the neck and a knife and fork, just like tucking in.
What was it? So what were the alternative words?
It's basically whether you switch eat and carve around.
Worms eat away at flesh, carved down to. Oh, that does sound quite cool. Though.
I think that's the bit. I think that makes more sense.
Worms eat away at flesh, carved down to. What's wrong with you, John?
I said too many Batman comics and horror
Worms
movies.
eat carve. It's the word carve which I really like, but I don't. But using it twice would not be very good. So yeah, worms eat away at flesh, carved down to it because I like carving down to the.
Because I think they've started the lunch by eating, and then the carve is accentuating how fucking hungry they are getting down to the.
Frosting air is all that I can breathe. You're just describing my farts.
Yeah, it's been stuck in a practice room with you and Carl.
So right now it's Sunday evening, and as you will have seen before, I was tracking Beyond Salvation today in the studio. We were doing vocals today. For the past 2 sessions that we've done with them, we did drums and then guitars. That was hugely fun. They're really, really talented guys, and it's a pleasure to work with them. And I can't believe that, you know, now that I've played with them a couple of times live, and today they actually we were in the studio doing vocals. John smashed it, by the way, and they actually got me involved as well. I was doing some of the gang vocals with Arun, which was really nice. It was a really cool idea, so that was really fun to do. I can't wait to get that mixed, because the original idea with this whole Beyond Salvation thing was that I wanted to try out some new mixing techniques. So I was just going to record one of their songs, and it was supposed to be just in the one day, but because things were getting a little bit rushed and things, they wanted to do it properly, so we've done it over a few sessions, and it's turned out really well. Like, it's been an absolute pleasure to work with them. It's been a really great experience. So thank you very much to them for coming in and letting me do that. As of right now, and for the past couple of hours, I have been on my drum kit. I've been practicing some more for the Metropolis stuff because we got another practice tomorrow. And I've also been practicing some of my own band stuff. Again, this is going fairly slow, but in the last session that we had yesterday, we actually got some more done on the demos. So they're slowly but surely getting further forward. And again, it's getting really exciting because it's all coming together. Slow but surely it's coming together, and these songs are really starting to take shape, and we're really getting to understand just exactly how they're going to sound. So again, really exciting. I can't wait for you guys to hear it, but please do bear with us. Like I say, at the moment I've been through Metropolis stuff, and the set list is it's ridiculously difficult, but the progress that I'm making, again, I'm really happy with it. It's just, we've got about 6 weeks until the gig, or under 6 weeks until the gig, and I'm confident that we're going to have it down. It might not be squeaky clean perfect and everything like that, but that's a live set, I guess, and it's our first full-length gig. So I'm not expecting, fireworks or like that, but I think it's going to be a really, really good gig, and I'm really excited for it. So if anyone is in the Oldham area on the 5th of October, come on down to Whittles, and I guarantee you it's going to be an awesome night for any Dream Theater fan, or any prog, metal, whatever fan. It's going to be awesome, absolutely awesome. So come down, have a beer with us and say hello. So one of the other things that I've been thinking about recently is the idea of maybe doing some sort of live session. Stream it maybe on YouTube or wherever it might be, and just try and find a way of miking the kit up and getting the audio to come through so that you guys can hear a proper pro sounding audio. I really don't know where to start with something like that. I know another fellow YouTuber by the name of Maximilian Anderson, who's a phenomenal drummer, by the way. Go and check him out. I know he does some live streams, and he's got a really great sound with that. So I'm definitely going to ask him for some tips and on his setup and how he goes about it. But what do you guys think? Is that something that you'd like to see? Would you like me to do a live session where I can do a bit of drumming for you, like some drum covers, live, and then also do a live Q&A, something like that? Was that something that you'd be interested in seeing? Let me know in the comment sections below. Also, while I got my drums set up, I'm just going to quickly go through a couple of things because I've actually had some questions off you guys about some of my gear. So I do just want to go over a couple of things. So first off, we have the Castle clutch. This is from Sweet Spot Clutches. It just looks amazing. I've never had any issues with it. It holds the top hat great. and like I say, it looks badass. So that's the Castle clutch, and also Sweet Spot also do these wing nuts as well. Again, just aesthetically pleasing, and they work well. They don't really come off much, so you know, I have to wind them down every now and again like you would do pretty much any wing nut. Obviously you can see I've got a Stag crash up on there at the moment just because my other ones are off for repair. Down here you can see my lowboy beaters. These are another one that are just a really great product, and they feel great. They've got the leather daddies on the front, if you can see that there. And my DW pedals as well. As you'll see in a previous video that I did, I've taken off the heel plate. This just allows me to get my heel in a better angle for when I'm doing heel toe and just get a bit better leverage on it. But they are badass pedals and they sound and feel great. And already I've marked my skins, even though they're brand new. I've just put a lot of marks in them already. If you guys have any other questions about any of the gear that I'm using, please feel free to shoot me a message. I'll try and answer as many as I can. I'm going to do another Q&A shortly as well, so stay tuned for that. And just in general, I love all the gear that I use. I know I sort of kind of go on about it a lot, and I do shout out the brands that I use in almost every post that I do. But to be honest, I want you guys to see this so that you know that the type of stuff that I'm using is really good stuff. You know, I'm not going to use something that I don't like. And everything that I've got on my kit, I use. And I'm proud of using it. So whether it be, you know, my Amedia cymbals, my VK snare, both endorsed by the way, the Sweet Spot clutches, drum dots, the lowboy beaters, DW drums, just the list goes on, you know, Evans heads, Pro Max sticks. They're amazing products and I'm incredibly proud to use them. So big ups to all them and thank you very much. I've put another crack in my baby. That stack has been my sound since I got these Amedias. It's absolutely brilliant. You like, there's a lot of drummers out there that've got their own signature stacks and things like that. Well, if I had a signature, this would be it. It's just absolutely amazing. And unfortunately, the top one, the top China's got a few cracks in it now. But it's a stack. A lot of people have, you know, cracked stacks, so it's fine. Not the end of the world. I have still got some off for repair. If you saw in one of my last vlogs, that I sent them down to Ben at Cymbal Magic, and yeah, they should have them back within the next week or two. He does really good work and he's pretty good with the turnaround. So yeah, I can't wait to get those back and have a full setup.